Hi, Luxury Home Show. My name is George. Welcome to my new build in the heart of Studio City, Los Angeles. It's a 7-bedroom, 9-bath house that I'd love to show to you. Come on in. We're located next to a lot of the studios, so you'll have Warner Brothers here in Universal City, and you'll have Disney Studios. So we have 16-foot water curtain waterfall over there. It's a great space to watch a screening with friends or sports. Oh my goodness, could you imagine the Super Bowl on here? I'm excited to show you all 3 levels of this home. This is the entranceway to the property. The first thing that you'll notice coming into the property, these beautiful steel doors. I have those as well in the office over here. And the windows in the house are actually wooden. So they're casement windows. They're wooden on the interior and they're aluminum on the outside for the weather. This is our first floor study or office. The material that you'll see on the countertop is a marble material. And then I brought back a lot of earthy feel to the home, and that's my design language in the property. So very spa feel to the home, very organic feel to the home. So you'll notice that there is a wallpaper on this wall. We're starting to get into the wallpapers again, which is lovely because I think it just brings in a very earthy feel to the property. And then if you'll notice through these doors, we have the very green side of the property. So I have 2 different spaces. I have a green side to the property as well as an entertainer's side to the property. This is where I've focused a lot on the landscaping, the natural beauty of the land with the hillside behind me. So let's move over to the dining room area of the house. We have a 13-foot dining room table in here. So I really wanted to focus this area on main entertaining area of the house. So we have our dining room and our family room and our main kitchen. You'll notice the ceiling detail in here. This is a hand-laid plaster where the color is infused into the plaster, and it almost gives it a velvet feel to the ceiling. Again, we're using wallpaper back here and our floating shelves that are lit underneath. And then once again, we're bringing in the marble detail that we saw in the office. These are, again, our wooden windows, and they face out to a nice little green area of the property. So we are located in Studio City, California. This is an area that is known for the walkability, known for our incredible school district that we have around here, walkability to some of the most beautiful hikes around. We're located next to a lot of the studios, so you'll have Warner Brothers here in Universal City, and you'll have Disney Studios. At CBS Studios are right almost across the street from us as well. So very family-oriented neighborhoods. So now we're in our family room. So this is a beautiful gas fireplace. Again, we're using the same plaster technique that we saw on the dining room ceiling. So hand-laid plaster on here. Very earthy colors in the house, again, coming into that spa feel with our woods, with our natural materials. High ceilings in here. These are 10-foot ceilings. A lot of attention to detail when it comes to things like just air conditioning vents. So I use these nice long 6-foot linear vents. I think they add a nice touch to the property. There is sound all throughout the house, so a lot of speakers throughout the property. This is a smart home, so we can control the entire house from the 2 keypads that we have here, and then we can also control a lot of this with our phones. Before I get into this beautiful 21-foot kitchen, let me tell you a little bit about myself, my background. So I really got into this as passion projects. So I'm what's called a spec home builder, meaning that each one of these houses is very particular to the land, to the light patterns that come through the property, to the breeze patterns that come through the property. I started flipping homes in my early career, and then I bought one house in Studio City that needed so much work that I went across the street and there was a contractor building a home. And I asked him to come over and take a look at my property, and he came over and he said, "This house needs so much work, why don't you just tear it down and start over?" And that's exactly what I did. And so with each house that went on at that point, I started to get more involved with the build, and I started to do my own design. So the homes that you see here, I really try to follow a through line of functionality and design and a very livable space. So I'll even take into consideration sight lines when I'm building a house. Can I see if there are children playing in the pool when I'm sitting in the kitchen when I'm preparing food? Let me tell you a little bit about the kitchen. So this is a 10-foot island, and this is what is called a jumbo slab. So there are no seams in here, which is what I really love. And then I carried the slabs up to all of the backsplash area of the kitchen and all the way up to the ceiling height. So this is, our cabinetry is all made out of wood. There's wood boxes. They have dovetail joints along the edges, something that you would expect in a home of this, in this price range. I hid the appliances, some of the appliances. So this will be our refrigerator freezer over here. The appliances are actually Wi-Fi appliances, which is actually pretty nice. So if you leave the house, you could preheat the oven, you could start the dishwasher, you could turn off the dishwasher as you're away. The lighting in the house, looking up at the ceiling, we have the exposed beam ceiling, and then these are actually made out of seagrass. A lot of people call them wicker, but they're actually seagrass lights, which I really, really enjoy. It was a big focal part of the design. Along with our pot filler, our plumbing fixtures in the house are Brizo fixtures, if anyone's interested in those. The sink that I have over here these are workstation sinks. This is the first time I've done this, but I think they're very functional. So you can place bowls in here if you were cutting vegetables or anything like that, or washing vegetables. You can put strainers in here. A nice deep sink too, as well. It's 39 inches long and 18 inches deep. Let's take a look out in the backyard. Of course, LA offers the best outdoor living that there is. This is a 16-foot pocket door that brings the outside to the inside and the inside to the outside. What you're looking at is a saltwater pool with an oversized spa. We have a fire pit area over here. We have a cedar ceiling, brings again the natural tones to the property. This is what's called a Baja deck. You can place some lawn chairs in here and put your feet in the water without being fully submerged in the water. There's also a provision in the middle where you can put an umbrella. Again, this is an oversized spa. About 16 people or so can fit into this spa. So we have a 16-foot water curtain waterfall over there, which I will show you in a minute. And there is a fire feature back there, so you actually see the fire coming up behind the water. And then I will walk you over to here and show you our barbecue area of the property. What outdoor entertaining space isn't complete without a barbecue area? So we have a nice cooktop over here, we have our sink, we have a prep area, and we have a refrigerator. Over here we have a pool house. So this is just a good little relaxation place if you want to come in here, if maybe you have wet swimsuits and you want to keep the children from running throughout your house. And then we also have a full bath on the other side, which I'll show you. So no need to go into the home with wet swimsuits when we built a nice outdoor full bathroom for you. So in there we have a nice tall shower along with a vanity. And at the touch of a button, we can create this. So the engineering behind the waterfall is that we're recycling the pool water. It goes through a secondary pump, and then it's pumped out down into the pool. I love it aesthetically. I wanted to walk through the front door and just turn and look through the space and see that beautiful waterfall in the distance. And then it also gives you more of a tranquil sound to the area if there are any situations where it's noisy from the natural environment of Los Angeles. You get to come out here and you get to enjoy this. Back inside the home, one of the trends that we have now in home building is that we have secondary kitchens. The original design for this home, this was solely going to be a laundry room. But I started to see that the trend went toward a secondary kitchen, a prep kitchen. So that's what I did here. But instead of just making it solely a kitchen, I made it a multi-purpose room. So you can come in here during the day. As you walk in the property, you can take your shoes off, you can hang your coat. I do have laundry here as well. And then this is a full complementary kitchen where I have a real refrigerator. I've got a dishwasher, I've got a cooktop, and I have an extra deep sink in case you wanted to still use this as a laundry room. One of my favorite rooms in the house is a powder, and powders are where I get fun. And this is our first floor powder room here. There's beautiful stonework with an integrated sink, and I like the texture on the walls as well. And again, staying with very earthy tones to the property. Follow me to the first floor bedroom. This is a 7-bedroom house, but we typically do 1 bedroom on the main floor. This could be for in-laws or even staff. And it is an ensuite bedroom as well. Here we have our high ceiling shower, beautiful vanity, again, earthy tones, and our walk-in closet. The other side of the property was the entertainer side of the property, but this I consider more of the tranquil side, more of the green side of the property. So you do have a nice little water feature here. It's really a beautiful view. The hillsides in Los Angeles are absolutely beautiful this time of year. And then over here, there's an outdoor sitting area. Not a bad day in Los Angeles. This is a beautiful outdoor area that I created over here with a nice expansive grass where you can watch your kids play, or you can have dogs and pets in the yard. I really love it out here. It's one of my favorite features of the home. What makes the house very unusual is a full basement down below. And I want to show you that. I'm very excited to show you the basement. This is a little entertaining area, but we will get to this in a minute along with our bar. But what home in Los Angeles would not be complete without a very nice movie theater? Let me show you. Welcome to the movie theater. This is the size of a typical 2-car garage here in California. So it's stadium seating. So to build a theater in the basement was really one of the first things that I wanted to do with this home. I was very excited about it. But to do that, it requires a lot of engineering and a lot of thought. So you're looking at a soundproof room, so the walls are very thick. The fabric on the wall is insulating as well. The doors are soundproof. This is a 186-inch screen in 5K definition. It's designed to fit at least 15 or 20 people even, depending on your seating. It's a great space to watch a screening with friends or sports. Oh my goodness, could you imagine the Super Bowl on here? The home is a very wellness-inspired home. And with that being said, I decided to put a sauna down here. This is a great space. So it is a steam sauna. We can even put essential oils down in the outlets, so you'll get the smell throughout the sauna. It's a cedar ceiling. And then I also incorporated a shower into here as well. So after you take your steam, you can shower off and get ready for the day. This is the basement powder room. So this will handle the bar area, the theater area, or again, if you're taking a sauna, you can go into there as well. Finally, we get to the bar. I wanted to have a nice full complement of the bar, so I do have a microwave down here. I've got a beverage refrigerator. I have a dedicated ice maker in here as well. I even went as far as to put a glass cleaner that you would find in typical commercial bars. So getting back to what I said originally is about the use of natural materials versus man-made. This is a place where I will put a man-made stone because of red wine or any kind of things that could stain the material. So again, we're talking about functionality of the home. The fixtures are hand-hammered pendant lights. I really love the way they look in here, along with the glass rails as well. This is our little wine cellar area. So I felt that it was appropriate for the size of home. It's also steel doors that are the same as the ones upstairs. Brings the design language to the property. This is our seating area that is, again, you could, the sky's the limit with this. We can have a ping pong table down here. It's large enough for a pool table. I was even toying with the idea of having a golf simulator here for all of our golfers out there. Moving on to the fitness studio. So again, because we have a nice large basement down here, I was able to incorporate this really nice fitness area with the things like the sauna and the bar and the movie theater. And again, same steel doors that we see upstairs. This is our 2 bedrooms down here in the lower basement. And sticking with the wellness theme, I thought I would set this one up as a nice little massage room. Over here, we have another bedroom. In Los Angeles, anytime we have a bedroom in a basement, we have to do what are called light wells, or the fire escapes, which is what you'll see on both sides. But what I love about them is it lets us bring a lot of natural light into the basement. This is our bathroom that shares the 2 bedrooms down here as well. So 10-foot ceilings in here. Let's take a look at the primary living area on the top floor. As we make our way up to the primary suite, I want to bring attention to the staircase. I love the idea of bringing a lot of natural light down into the basement. And in doing that, I actually brought the staircase out and created a skylight up there. So when we're down in the basement, it's bathed with natural light. I have 4 bedrooms on the upper floor of the property. They're all very good sizes. Sometimes I create what's called a secondary primary suite, and that's exactly what this is. So I put nicer amenities in here. I'll do things like I will have light switches by the bed so you can control your lighting in here. And then typically I'll use higher end finishes. So I'll show you the bathroom and show you the tile choice that I had in there. I used tile all throughout this bathroom. I thought it gave it a very nice look. And again, very earthy countertop and a very earthy vanity. This is the second of 4 bedrooms on the top floor. I like to mix around the bathrooms in terms of showers and bathtubs. So I know there's always a nice balance in the home. This happens to be one of the showers. Part of the decisions of design is the light. And you'll notice in this room, there's no lights on in this room at all, and it's really bright and sunny, and I love that about it. I have a balcony that connects both of the bedrooms on the top floor. This is a nice large balcony overlooking the beautiful backyard pool and rain curtain. And just look at that view. Before showing you the primary, this is our 3rd bedroom on the top floor. Because it is located very close to the primary, I consider this maybe the nursery bedroom. So you'll notice a little area for a desk. And then also in this bathroom, I want to show you a couple things about it. These are beautiful vanities. I really, really love these. And a special feature about these is that they even have USB ports and they have outlets down there. So you can plug in hair dryers or curling irons or things like that. The other thing that I did in this bathroom, again, keeping a child in mind, an infant, is that I have a shower door that makes the child very accessible, so you can get down on your knees and you can wash your child. And then if you, you notice there's no track at the bottom, so you would hurt your arms. One of the things that I really love about the lighting fixture in here is, which I didn't realize it was going to do until I installed it, is look at the beautiful design that it puts on top of the ceiling. At night it looks especially neat. We're now entering the primary, and I can't wait to show you this. First off, we have a nice little bar area set up over here. It's a copper hammered sink. There is a beverage refrigerator, so you do not have to go down into the kitchen or get yourself a drink or a glass of wine. Again, using some of the texture that I did downstairs, I brought up here. So again, this is the hand plaster that's infused with the paint color. Beautiful chandelier. I have this incredible balcony out here that overlooks a really beautiful street. Some things that I take into account when I'm designing a home is the actual environment of the property. I wanted to put a picture window here just to take in that view in the morning. It's really pretty. What house wouldn't be complete with 2 closets? This is our second closet. Walk in, of course. And then let me take you into the primary bath. One of my biggest inspirations for this house was, again, a wellness retreat, or a spa, if you will. And I really tried to capture that in this bathroom. Beautiful countertops, floor-to-ceiling slabs, have a nice little area over here to take a bath, and then this really oversized shower with 3 shower heads. Again, a lot of natural earthy materials that I really, again, wanted to create that spa aesthetic to the house. I like to bring in the serenity of natural tones, and that is the green as well as the earth tones. So you'll notice that tree just makes it feel very calm when you're standing in here. Thank you, Luxury Home Show, for featuring my home. I hope you enjoyed it.
Hey Luxury Home Show, I'm Kate Blackwood at Villa Calafia in Carpinteria, California on the most beautiful sunny day.